This is the San Francisco 49ers Report. Chase Sr. here with you. And as always, no matter where you are, how you're tuned in, thank you so much for making today's show a part of your day. Coming up, the Niners have signed 15 players to futures deals to get the offseason jump started. The Niners wasting no time in the aftermath of that playoff loss to the Seattle Seahawks. You had Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch holding their end-of-the-season press conference on Wednesday. And the Niners also making moves to fulfill and fill out that 90-man roster. So let's go player for player here. And there are some intriguing names on this list, including the Hulk, who a lot of Niner fans really like. First, Niners signing offensive lineman Isaac Alarcon. They're bringing him back. Pretty crazy story here. Growing up in Mexico, he started playing football at 14 years old. He made it to the NFL with the Dallas Cowboys as part of the International Pathway Program. You might remember that to start 2025, he was never going to make the 53-man roster, but he was suspended the first 6 games of the year due to a PED suspension. Niners also adding Evan Anderson to a futures deal, the defensive tackle who the Niners signed out of Florida Atlantic following the 2024 NFL Draft. He played in 12 games last year in 2024 as a rookie, did not appear in a game for the Niners in 2025, but was on the practice squad. If you remember, we saw some flashes from Evan Anderson in his first year as a UDFA, including that really big stop in the red zone against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which helped the Niners win that game. He just shot right through the interior of that Buccaneers offensive line and made a run stop. I think there's some potential here for Evan Anderson as a depth piece along the interior Niners defensive line. Eli Apple going to stay with the Niners as well. San Francisco had signed him several months ago when they were dealing with all of those injuries at the cornerback spot. Does have draft pedigree. Veteran first-round pick from the 2016 NFL Draft by the New York Giants. 6 picks, 61 pass breakups in his career. He's played with several teams, and he's highly experienced. The Niners primarily used him as a special teamer. Junior Bergen, the 7th-round pick from the 2025 NFL Draft, also going to stay with the Niners. Brant Boyer, the Niners special teams coordinator, really took a liking to him because he played his college football at Montana. Brant Boyer's son also played there. And Junior Bergen, in college at the FCS level, one of the best returners in the history of D1AA. Tied for the most punt return touchdowns in FCS history. Now, he wasn't great in the preseason, didn't really do much in training camp. He needs to develop as a wide receiver. He wasn't ready for the NFL level. It's a big reason why the Niners made that move for Sky Moore, and Sky Moore this year ended up being a very dynamic returner in the punt game and kickoff game for San Francisco. So Junior Bergen does have his work cut out for him if the Niners want to move forward with Sky Moore. San Francisco also signing defensive end William Bradley King. Spent some time with the Niners practice squad this season. 7th-round pick in 2021 by the Washington Commanders out of Baylor. He is a veteran edge rusher, a player who turned some heads throughout training camp and during last summer was the UDFA defensive back Derrick Canteen. He made a lot of plays on the football last summer, and some people thought that he could be a sneaky player to potentially make the Niners 53-man roster. UDFA out of Cincinnati, 9 interceptions and 32 pass breakups in college. Had a lot of ball production there, and again, a really good training camp for him. More roster moves to get to for San Francisco, but I do want to get to our sponsor. Today's 49ers Report is brought to you by Bubs Naturals. I love their collagen peptides. It's a part of my daily routine. I put a scoop of Bubs into my coffee. I love the protein content, but all of the health benefits that collagen and Bubs offers me. And in 2026, I want to continue my normal healthy routine. And I'm helping my body turn back the clock. You might not know this, but the things that happen to our bodies as we get older, stiff joints in the morning, longer recovery in the gym, hair thinning, nails breaking, even skin losing that smooth glow, these things can all be fixed. These things happen in the first place because our body's collagen levels start to naturally decline beginning as early as our mid-20s. Collagen is also referred to as the glue that holds our bodies together. So you can imagine that a decline in collagen production as you age has some big impacts on your body. That's where Bubs Naturals collagen peptides come in. Bubs helps to restore collagen levels closer to what your body naturally had in its youth, so your joints feel stronger, your hair and nails grow healthier, and your skin looks smoother. Since I started taking Bubs, I've just felt awesome, and I feel young, man. I feel spry. I'm recovering from my hard gym sessions a lot quicker. And what I also like, no junk, zero sugar, sweeteners, or fillers, third-party tested, NSF certified for sport, Whole30 approved, so you know it's clean and trustworthy. Sustainably sourced from grass-fed pasture-raised cattle. It also mixes seamlessly. You can dissolve it in your coffee, water, or smoothies without taste or clumps. Over 100,000 happy customers voted 2024's best collagen by Health.com. So here you go. Live better longer. For a limited time only, our listeners, our viewers, getting 20% off at Bubs Naturals by using our code CHAT at checkout. Just head to bubsnaturals.com. Use the code CHAT and you're all set. After you make your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that the San Francisco 49ers Report sent you. The Niners also signing edge rusher Andrew Farmer to a futures contract. UDFA out of D2 Lane College, 3 tackles in 8 games throughout his career. His length and athleticism is something really special at the D2 level. Yes, it was Division II. He had great sack production. Another developmental piece here for San Francisco, who spent some time with Denver. The Niners recently signed Darrick Forrest going into the Seahawks divisional round game because Ji'Ayir Brown missed that game with that hamstring injury. Darrick Forrest is a well-accomplished player, 5th-round pick by the Commanders in 2021 out of Cincinnati. He played in that same secondary alongside Sauce Gardner and Kobe Bryant. Sauce now with the Colts, Kobe Bryant with the Seahawks. That defensive backfield was loaded. And Darrick Forrest in his career has started like 17 games with 40-plus games played. So this is a veteran with a lot of starting experience. What do the Niners have an issue at? The safety spot. The Niners also bringing back Jalen Graham, 7th-round pick by the Niners out of Purdue a few years ago. More of a special teams player. When the Niners were so banged up at that linebacker spot, they did have to elevate him to the active game day roster. He saw some snaps at off-ball linebacker, but is better as a special teams player. Adrian Martinez signing a futures deal too, a star quarterback at Nebraska and Kansas State, a true dual-threat quarterback. He was the Niners' backup quarterback when Brock Purdy was hurt. And under Kyle Shanahan, I'm always interested to see what quarterbacks they tried to develop. Adrian Martinez is one of those guys. I really liked center and interior offensive lineman Drake Nugent as a UDFA following the 2024 NFL Draft. Started his college career at Stanford, transferred to Michigan to play under Jim Harbaugh. He was the starting center for that national championship team. He's shown some nice things throughout the preseason. I think the Niners need to upgrade at center, and I don't think Drake Nugent is the guy they want to upgrade with. Could he develop, though, into a good backup? The Niners signing offensive lineman Brandon Parker hasn't really worked out for him in his career. A bad pick by the Las Vegas Raiders in 2018 out of North Carolina A&T. He was a 3rd-round pick. He was looked at as a gem by the Raiders at the time, but he does have a lot of experience, and this Niners offensive line isn't great. 59 games with 33 starts. The Niners bringing back Malik Turner as well. UDFA out of Illinois in 2018. Played his college football at Sacred Heart Griffin in Springfield, Illinois under legendary coach Ken Leonard. A journeyman wide receiver, more of a special teamer. What's so crazy is that the Niners were so hurt at wide receiver in that wild card game against the Eagles that Malik Turner on that game-winning drive for Brock Purdy was getting snaps on that final drive. Perhaps the biggest acquisition among these roster moves for San Francisco is this one. The Niners signing Sebastian Valdez to a futures contract. UDFA out of Washington, nicknamed the Hulk, impressed throughout training camp and in the preseason. Violent hands, very physical, smaller for a defensive tackle, but he wins with quickness. He performs so well for the practice squad and for the scout team that the Niners on multiple cases this year elevated him to the game day roster. He didn't end up playing, but they did that as a reward to him playing so well. and being such an important member for the scout team and practice squad. Zachary Thomas being added to this list as well, the offensive lineman who was a 6th-round pick by the Chicago Bears in 2022. He spent time with Chicago, the Los Angeles Rams, Sean McVay fit, the New England Patriots, Houston Texans, and Indianapolis Colts. So those are the moves that the Niners have made for futures contracts. What they have to do, fill out that 90-man roster to see who they want to be a part of this team throughout training camp and in the preseason. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Anytime the Niners make moves, we always have you covered with great insight.